The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
What's happening?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, living the dream. It's been a fun couple of weeks. We've been doing a whole lot of different stuff the last couple of weeks, man. So first and foremost, I owe a huge apology to all of our fans, viewers, and everybody out there, man. Things were fucking crazy. So we finally were able to get things together and we're start moving forward.
Yep, it's been busy. Lives happen. Life happens. For sure.
Man, yeah, dude. And you know what? Like, I don't know where everybody else is tuning in from, but we are in Ohio, and today in Ohio was very beautiful. It made me very refreshed and positive to walk out and see sunshine, just to see the weather report in time for snow and rain and a bunch of stuff coming in the next couple of days. Woo.
Yeah, it was like the first taste of spring, and it was very invigorating.
It was. I was so excited. Like, just seeing like people out and about, like I don't know, pandemic and cold, both. Nobody walking their dog, nobody coming down the street. I was like, everybody was out today. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
so what have you been up to? You've been busy.
Absolutely. Working, with the Standout Serpents with the shop and getting it going. It's just been a crazy turn of events, but again, life happens, and we get wrapped up in certain things, and sometimes you gotta like step back and breathe and reevaluate some things sometimes, and realize things that are more important to you and what are not, things that make you happy, the things that don't. You kind of gotta analyze and kick the shit out of your life that's negative, right?
Right. And that is the coolest thing about tonight, man. Our guest Dying Oath. It is absolutely that. That's just raw. It's not even a thing. I don't know. You know what I mean, Rox, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
it's just one of those things that I don't know, dude. Their music, their vibe, everything about them, for a band that's been around since 2018, this is really exciting to see what they're doing, evolving, changing, and their fans love them. If you scroll through some other social medias and check out the communications they have with their fans and their supporters love them and actually are behind them 100%. And I think that is a huge part, an intricate part that some local bands, some other bands may not totally get because they're not yet there with their people.
You definitely got to be able to communicate and be one with your audience for sure, because they will bring you up. They will help you rise to the top.
Yeah, there's a fine line between knowing your audience and actually sitting down and like finding out individually what like merch and stuff like that. Instead of just coming up with a blue shirt, you come up with a multitude of things. And I think that is the great thing about Dying Oath, like the diverse wraparound apparatus, I guess, maybe, full circle. But anyway, without further ado, man, if we have anybody in the room, man, we can get them in here and this is gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I've been a long time coming for this.
Before we do that, got to do a shout out for Standout Serpents. I brought a friend today.
Oh wait, you did. I'm so sorry, Rox. And I saw a little foot and I didn't see it.
So this is a short-tailed opossum. So it's a midget possum, brought to you by Standout Serpents.
How big does it get?
So he only gets about maybe he's only going to grow another inch or two, maybe 2 inches.
Jump from your hand to your shoulder.
Yes. So, I got him as a personal pet. He's not part of our inventories. You are interested in one, we have the availability. We can get
Not
them.
this one.
But he is my personal pet. And I got him for Christmas. And I looked at him. I'm like, oh, he looks like a mouse. Like, I don't see me like caring for this like I would another pet, I had doubts. And then I really got really grown on him. Like he grew on me. He's so smart. I've taught him tricks. He's very affectionate. He listens. He's a little scared right now. He doesn't go anywhere. He just hangs out on my shoulder. He'll run. I'll tell him to sit on my hand and I'll say, run, Winslow, run. And he'll book it across from one arm to the other. It's hilarious.
I couldn't keep up with something like that. Like, I have kids. Like, that's hard enough. I couldn't imagine. Like,
I didn't ask for him. I have kids too.
you said I didn't ask.
But yeah, I got him and I definitely value him. So make sure you go to Standout Serpents. We've been doing so awesome. We do their expos, every weekend, and we've been doing great. Our customer service is top notch. We deliver an amazing service. We provide good, healthy animals that are taken care of really well. They're always fat and healthy. So you want an animal, you come to us. Your exotic pet, for sure. That's us.
Awesome, man. That's pretty awesome, dude. I don't know. Lots of patience. You guys have so much. Like, there's just no way to begin to fathom. Like, knowing the ins and outs, knowing this, knowing that, having. Yeah, nope.
So I have a story. A mishap happened. I'm going to tell about a few days ago.
A flub.
Yes, and it happens by mistake. The days don't go perfectly always. So we went in one morning and we noticed things were knocked over. And we're like, oh gosh, something big is out. Something big is loose. Well, one little latch, there's 4 latches on this door. One latch was not tight. And a 12-foot reticulated python got out and was exploring the store overnight and knocked over everything. So we have secured our store so that it's escape proof. There's no way any animal can get out. We have definitely secured it very well.
You don't have to worry about. You can put those shoplifter things up. Like, we don't have security. We have snakes.
Yeah, there we go. Yes.
That's crazy. No way. Not enough coffee in the world can prepare me for something like that in the morning. Walking and opening up. Oh, fuck. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Whoever's going to go find it. Because it's not going to be me.
It was definitely easy finding her, though.
Oh, my God.
This big yellow snake, beautiful. Yellow
I can just hear Kirk. I can just hear him now. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well.
I wasn't worried that she was out. I was worried about the mess that she left.
That's what I would have said, right? Yeah, like, man, crazy, dude. You might as well set up some like cameras, not for security, for amusement.
Yeah,
it's like night at the museum, like night at Standout Serpents. You guys.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that would be, yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, so
moving on.
It is really awesome to be able to find music that hits you. And I have been checking out Dying Oath for a minute. One of my friends turned them on to me, and I ever since then have just been searching and looking at everything they have. And tonight we have one of their harder power hitting songs, one of the more well-known songs. But one of the songs I want you guys to check out is End of Days. That song is epically awesome too. And don't stop there. Like, go through, find everything you can, man. There's a link tree. We're going to be promoting them. But in the meantime, tonight, man, make sure you check them out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I've been listening to them for quite a while too, and I've always admired their variances and their music. So they're phenomenal band. They got talent and they show it. So I'm very excited to have them on the show tonight. So
It's got attitude. I love it.
yeah. All right, we're gonna welcome MJ and Josh here.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Well, what's going on?
What's up?
Working a little bit better.
Definitely, actually, yeah. Hopefully you're comfortable. You look cramped, Josh. You good?
I mean, it is what it is, man. I'll do anything for a good interview.
Well,
Oh,
first
man.
and foremost, guys, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight, man. Really is awesome to have you, MJ, and Josh, you guys here with us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Much appreciated. Let's get started with your story. So, a 6-piece, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So 6-piece band comes together with so many different varieties of music coming in and just empowering, the scene. What got you started in this?
It's different for everybody, man. Minnie's got her own story. I've got mine. I mean, just simply saying a 6-piece band comes together is really, really hard to say because, man, it's been a nightmare just keeping dedicated people that that have the drive and the push to do the things that we want to do and have the time and the money to invest in it. So, I mean, starting out for me, I mean, me and Endicott, the other guitarist, man, we just wanted to jam, So we found a couple other people around Retreat, Virginia here, and we just put together some tunes and started jamming. Tried to find some other people. Of course, people came and people went. That's how it goes, and here we are.
Isn't that the story? People come and go for sure.
It's always interesting, because you all set out around a table wherever, somewhere, someplace, and you're like, yeah, we're going to do this, and it's good. And then, slowly but surely, it's either the work thing, the life thing, the reality thing, like so many pieces, it's like you could sit down and do it back and forth all day. But the unique part of it is when you do pull it off, when you do get 6 people with the same level head together and you are able to mix all that together, man, it's awesome, dude.
It's magic for sure.
Yeah. Mindy, you are the front.
Yes.
So, right. I want to properly give you respect where it's due. Women in the front these days don't get as much love, I feel like, as they deserve. They have to kind of rip it and tear it and get it. And I just want to commend you on how powerful of a stance you have in front of the band.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's visible through your lyrics. It's visible through your videos, your content, and 100% your fans are they love you guys. And I feel like that's the epitome of what a true fan is what you guys have.
Thank you. I definitely agree with that. A lot of them are our friends, family, or just people we met along the way that are now our friends and family. So it's been really cool, having people like that support us and help us get to where we are, for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing I understand about you guys is that you really relate to your fans, and you just called them, they are now your friends and family. So that's definitely important, and I admire that.
Yeah, man, we couldn't do what we're doing without them. I mean,
yeah.
When you guys originally set out, was the original goal 6, or was there discussions before about doing some smaller? I mean, what led to 6?
That's actually a topic still up for debate. Actually, it started out okay. We had this dude Adam, he was doing vocals, but for some reason he couldn't write anything, so we kicked him out. We brought in this other cat, Jeb, and Jeb absolutely killed it. Like he had lyrics for one of our songs like 2 days after being in the band. We recorded it, I mixed it, we all took a listen and absolutely loved it. The only thing was, the music that I want to do is more 2000s kind of metalcore oriented, and I really, you gotta have screams in metal, and Jeb couldn't scream, but he was really good at filling the clean vocal part. So we set out to try to find the absolute baddest screamer within 100 miles, and I think we absolutely succeeded. So
Thank you.
Definitely. And it's kind of rare to find a female that can belt that scream and nail it as well as you do.
Mean it. No, there's a difference between a woman who can belt that and mean it.
True. Yes.
Like there's a and it's no disrespect to all the singers and men and women. No disrespect at all. I'm just cutting it like it is, man. I'm just cutting the cake the way it cuts. And honestly, the reality is, man, some people just don't. They do a lot of this and not a lot of this.
Right? Yeah. Some people, they can talk the talk, man, but when it comes time to, put up or shut up, they just fall flat. Mindy's not one of those people. I'll tell you that right now. And she's come so much further from where she was when she first joined the band. Like, whenever we first brought her in, she was working in a project called Murder Maiden, and that they were super cool. I enjoyed watching it, but I kept seeing it. I was like, man, she's capable of so much more, man. And we brought her in, and I pushed her a little bit, because I really wanted to see the potential. I wanted to see what she was capable of. And man, she's absolutely blown me away. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You've taken on more roles than just, front. What are some challenges that you faced once you got introduced to this band?
Well, it's like Josh said, mostly challenges within myself. You never know what you're capable of until somebody says that you're not doing enough. And Josh has been the only person that's had the balls in 22 years to tell me that I'm not doing good enough. He's like, no, you have more. And I kind of fought with myself for a bit. I don't know if it was fear of rejection or fear of success. I'm not sure, but I struggled with that a lot. And we pushed the boundaries and got through a lot of things that I wasn't even sure that I was capable of. And then, of course, just in the scene in general and with COVID and everything going on, you're always going to have tons of obstacles to overcome, especially as a woman, especially with, being in a completely dominant man's world. But, they've all been really accepting and honestly have been supportive. So my guys and the guys in the scene as well have been really good to me. And I've been blessed with that for sure.
I want to give mad love to Kristen Sawyers, your guys' bass guitarist, because likewise with female singers, female instrument players get a lot of shit too. And I said it before on the show, and I'll say it again. I officially now know 3 really badass female musicians that play instruments that make other dudes in my area look like boys in a sense. And it's funny because you can tell when an ego when you can tell when somebody's nervous. Like you can tell when like that look like oh okay, oh all right.
No, you're right. Yeah, you could tell.
So since 2018 to 2022, obviously there's a huge break of monotony for everybody for about a year or 2 years. From trudging hard from 2018 to up to now, like what did you guys do particularly differently during the pandemic that you feel was different than some of the bands you were seeing in your area?
We found the silver lining.
Yeah. First of all, there wasn't a break. When everybody else was taking a break, we just pushed harder because we knew that, there was going to be a lot of obstacles to come, not only with COVID, but within the music scene and bands. We've seen tons of bands break up because, they couldn't make it through all the hustle and bustle of everything. And we just didn't stop, honestly. I think that we just continued doing what we normally do, if not more so than before.
Yeah, I mean, there was never a better time to really capitalize on capturing that social media audience and really being able to, push yourselves to people when all they've got to do while they're on lockdown is just sit and scroll through their phones, man.
That's
It was
what I
the
was
perfect
thinking.
opportunity. And I mean, 2018, Dying Up was really the inception, but it's totally different lineup. I think we really secured the lineup around late 2019. What was it? March 10th, 2020. We played our first show at Rock Retreat at the
Something.
community center. I think that was it. And like we played that show, and then immediately everything locked down. We got that taste, man. Like the house was packed, man. We had an excellent show. For a few of the people that was in the band, it was their first show. It was the first taste of it they'd ever gotten, and being able to go up there and absolutely kill it like that. Getting locked down and not being able to schedule anything else after that. It was just. It was a nightmare. So we really put our heads together and try to figure out ways that we could, promote the band, try to get the band name out. We had some photos, we had material, so let's just try to cram it in people's faces. Let's try to get it out as much as possible while nobody has anything better to do.
Definitely take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you saw that light and you ran with that, that's pretty awesome, because a lot of people were blinded and they didn't see what's coming, what's next, what can we do now? And you guys took it and evolved from it. So
Yeah.
so
In that situation, it's really hard to figure out what to do, but just trying to, always look at the positive side of everything, as hard as it may be. There's always something that you can do to push and promote.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Tip of the night, right? Everybody use that.
Right.
So I was going through some of you guys' catalog, some of the stuff, and I come across Modern Testament, and then going from there to Insomniac, and then from there to your latest.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, explain the. How do I put this? Explain the ways you guys wanted to stay, because with those three particular songs, you could have just cookie cuttered them, but you didn't. And I think a lot of people, like, some don't have the ear for that. So like, how did you guys try to keep those three so far apart?
Time, I guess. I mean, Insomniac, it was written before Modern Testament, like way before. That was one that I had come up with way back in the early days of Dying Oath. And then we ended up giving it a complete overhaul once our first vocalist left, because I mean, if we're trying to be metal, the original version was just blah. But well, we had that one. Modern Testament, I don't even know where that one came from, man. It's just like setting up one morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, seems to be the best time to write for some reason, with a Red Bull and a cigarette, and just just smash that one out. And End of Days, man, that one was pieced together. I do most of the recording in a studio here at my house, and it was just, I have a riff library. Okay. Anytime I'm laying in bed and I'm like, hearing music in my head, I'm like, ooh, that's a cool riff. I'll get up and go in there and try to, record it real quick, add it to this riff library. And that was pretty much, End of Days was pretty much pieced together from this riff library. Just adding a couple things in between sections to kind of help it flow and trying to find ways to make the different riffs work together. But there's so much junk in there that I could probably come up with 2 full albums right now.
I've
But
always asked people, you got stuff in the vault? You working on anything in the vault? So that's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, and with those 3 songs too, man, it really depends on the mood, man, because I always try to put a lot of emotion into the music. I don't really touch the lyrics or anything, but whenever I'm writing the music, it's really emotional for me. And I try to write something that gives me goosebumps. I'm writing for a crowd of one, and I want it to be something that I'm gonna like. And then if the band likes it, we run with it. If they don't, we don't. But yeah, with those 3, they were just 3 different times in life, 3 different emotions, going through 3 totally different things that all hit pretty impactful.
Right on. That's awesome.
But Ted says, horns up to dying oath, keep it squatchy.
Yeah, buddy. I love Ted, man. Definitely, Ted's a great dude, and we're gonna be getting those guys on the show here in the coming days as well. So be tuned for that. But
Nice.
so MJ, I want to ask you, you know, coming from what you've come from and doing the front and doing the creative and doing everything else, like what for you has been the hardest part trying to handle having 6 massive brains bringing all this together?
Well, the first thing that gave me trouble was the fact that I was never actually a vocalist. I was a bass player. And so when I came in to start doing vocals, I was like, well, okay, well, what the hell do I do? Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I'm not sure what a vocalist is supposed to be or whatever. And I think over time I kind of evolved with that. And then, you know, it's like you said, there's 6 of us. So we're going to butt heads. We're going to disagree. We're going to, you know, get on each other's nerves. But those are my brothers at the end of the day. You know, those are the people I would die for, you know, and I feel like they would do the same for me. So it's always a thin line of trying to make everybody happy, trying to make yourself happy, and also, you know, getting along in general. But, you know, that's just life. And those are everyday obstacles that you have to get through anyways. But other than that, man, we have a great time together.
Yeah. There's always compromise.
Yeah, there's always compromise. That's probably the hardest thing, compromise.
Yeah, keep it rational too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, with everything coming back into, I don't even want to say this shit out loud because I might jinx everybody. Everybody's like, that motherfucker Ant-Man said it fucking. Yeah, I
That
just
fucking Ant-Man, dude. I knew it.
God damn it. You know, like I'm just with everything gearing back up, everybody getting ready to get back on. Like, what is your guys' first set like of get back on the road? You know, steps. Like, what are you guys gearing up for? Like, what is the first thing you guys are gonna do?
Album. We're finishing the album. We've been working on it forever. We have to finish the fucking album.
Yeah,
That's number one.
That's priority. I mean, we've come so far just off of those 3 songs. You know, I mean, we've played shows and played with bands that I never imagined we would ever play with in a million friggin' years. Off those 3 songs, man. So we're stoked to see what the actual album, you know, 10 brand new songs, you know, not counting those 3, you know, 10 brand new songs that, you know, we want to see what that's going to be able to do. And it's been such a pain in the ass, man, because, you know, going back to, you know, the whole member situation, you know, it seems like every time we have everything lined up, something happens, somebody drops, you know, somebody, you know, has to leave for this reason or another, somebody, you know, and it's just been an absolute nightmare. So then we're going back to rewriting, back to recording, you know, and it's just been back and forth for what, 2 years now.
Yes, but
I think
everything happens for a reason, though.
Yeah.
It all happens for a reason.
Oh yeah,
everything's been an upgrade.
Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about that, man. And I have a whole, like, a bunch of people that knew when I was getting ready to do this interview were like, are they going to be doing any shows in Columbus? I'm like, why? And they're like, well,
We hope so.
We
I'd
want
love to come back to Ohio, man.
we want to play with them. Like, so, like, all right, well, I'll have to hit you up then after this. We'll have to talk because I got a couple of bands that were like, I just want to play with them on a bill. Like, we'll go there, they can come here, whatever. I just want to play. I'm like, all right, calm down.
Definitely. Ohio was fun. Everybody in Ohio was like super nice to us. So like, yeah, I'd love to come back to Ohio. That would be cool.
It was so flat though, it seems, man. We're you know, we're from Southwest Virginia, you know, it's you know, Blue Ridge Mountains around here, you know, we're not used to that. Like it was weird. We get up there and like we go through West Virginia, like we stop at Point Pleasant and check out like the Mothman statue and everything, and then we keep heading up to Ohio, and it's like everything flattens out, man. The roads are so straight and, you know, narrow, and it's just like freaking weird.
Forever.
It's the little things, man. The little things.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely proud of the people in Ohio. We can really rock.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, we played a show. Was the first Frighteningly Metal Fest put on by Haunted Honeymooners, James and Trish, man, 2 excellent people, actually. And they brought in a couple of Ohio locals, and they absolutely killed it, man.
They
Killed it.
rocked.
Man,
Right on.
I am looking at. So I'm on TikTok too.
You good?
So I'm on TikTok too simultaneously while we're doing this. So one of my followers on TikTok asked, what was the hardest part of the writing process for you guys? Usually everything goes together. It's hard enough when you have 3. How do you master 6 and get everybody's ideas on the
Well,
paper?
it's really it's not too difficult as far as the song inception. You know, like I said earlier, most of the time I'll be at the house. I'll come up with the concept track. You know, just the basic groundwork of the song. I'll have you know, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. You know, whatever. Anyways, I'll have that. I'll shoot that over to the band. You know, if it's a cool concept, we'll take it. We'll split it up. We'll see what we can do with it. You know, I'll change some parts. Endicott will listen to it. He'll figure out some cool rhythm parts. Kristen will listen, figure out the bass, drummer, you know, vocals, etc. The hardest part about it though isn't, you know, the actual creation of the song. It's deciding when to finish the damn thing. Because
Yeah, they're all
always
like
wanting to add
15
more and
minutes.
more and more. You know.
I think for me, honestly, you know, having to write with another vocalist and be on the same page is sometimes hard, but a lot of times, you know, we're all kind of on the same page. We'll listen to what Josh has or what the band has put together and try to translate the feeling that they were trying to put into music, if that makes sense, and then kind of tell a story about it. We try to tell real stories about, you know, what we're trying to say. So it makes it a lot easier to be real about things, I think, instead of just making things up.
I've always loved
Yeah.
when the music tells stories, and it's not just through lyrics too, it's through the music. Love that.
That's actually something that we were thinking about doing at one point was whenever we released the album, do a separate instrumental track, because I love the instrumentals, man. I'm a sucker for them. Nothing against the lyrics, you know, what Mindy and Jeb did and what Mindy and Jacob were doing are absolutely fantastic, but the instrumentals, man, like I'll take them and put them on, like if I'm sitting and playing like, you know, Warzone or Halo or something, you know, I'll just put that on in the background. It's just so cinematic to me, man. It adds so much more emotion to the whole situation. Everything feels like a tense firefight, you know.
Oh, wow. Going through. So, want to ask, okay, crazy. All right. So here we go. I knew we were going to get to them. Here we go. What is the, oh, wait, here we go. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music and for what you guys have created? What would you be doing right now?
Probably trying to start a band.
That's awesome. That's one of the most unique revert answers I've ever heard from anybody on the show. Like, I'm gonna start a band.
I'm trying to hit some local people up, man. Hey, you guys want to jam?
I'll take it.
I think I'd probably want to learn to produce. I've always wanted to do something with music, and I never really wanted to be a front person. I know that sounds crazy, but I always kind of wanted to do things behind the scenes to help other bands.
Yeah.
And then it just so happens that I was lucky enough to be in one. So I'd probably still be doing something with music somehow, somewhere.
I've got a love-hate relationship with production, man.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. She's beautiful when she follows what she needs to follow.
Yeah, that's right. And when I can stop being so indecisive and just finish the mix.
Right, exactly. Yeah, always at that last part, you're like, what if nah? You always end up at the end. You're like, yeah, remove it.
Right. Or, you know, Ozone's got a new plug-in out, you know, let's spend $700 on that and never use it.
Oh, man.
To RA Nation friends and family in the chat room, if you've got questions, throw them in there. Let's talk.
What's up, Doc T? Looks like the Craven 420. What's going on? Mr. David up there.
Jimmy Walker. Yeah. Leave some questions.
I just really want to show some love to Ryan Endicott too as well, and Sean and Kristen, the other members of the band who are not able to make it here tonight with us, man. So shout out to all you guys wherever you are.
Yep.
Sean, he said he probably could have made it, but he's a firefighter. He's actually there right now. He said if he got a call, he'd have to bolt. He was like, dude, don't worry about it.
You can take us with him. That would be awesome.
Oh,
Just
Yeah. I mean, that would have been
put us on the dashboard. That's fine.
yeah.
No, so with the summer getting ready and we're gearing up to get into the swing of things and stuff like that, you guys are gonna wrap up the album. Are you guys gonna be trying to hit shows hard, or are you really just gonna kind of stay close to home for a little bit?
Well, we have shows planned that we just can't speak about yet because none of it has been announced. I think we're going to try to hit some small shows before anything, but there are shows planned. We just can't really talk about them yet.
I tried. I tried. I'm like, I knew it was worth a shot.
I mean, I'll say there's not going to be any 2-month tours going down, but yeah, we're going to try to hit a few shows. We've got a couple of newer members that really need to get their sea legs.
All right, right on. Well, we are hanging out here tonight with Dying Oath, and man, MJ, Josh, you guys are epically awesome, and I look forward to the new album being released. I hope to be the first one to get it, truthfully. I want an autographed copy. I'll pay extra for shipping if I have to.
I've heard a lot of people actually. And I'm down. I'll set and autograph these things, man. I think that'd be something off my bucket list. That'd be cool as hell.
Right? So, yeah. We'll get you guys in Ohio, and then we'll get the autographs.
Deal.
Let's do it.
So gearing up for the new summer and everything like that, you guys, what are you, what are your guys' plans for the summer besides the album and getting back out there? What do you individually hope to plan for the band?
We usually, I was going to say, we usually just do hangouts. Like, that's my favorite thing with being the band. It's not even really like playing music. I love doing that, but Josh cooks a mean steak, man. So like cookouts and fishing trips, stuff like that. That's usually what we do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tubing. We're gonna go tubing. Yeah.
Tubing, yes.
Steak.
Everybody does that. It's a good time.
Mindy, you want to answer this question? Where
Break some kayaks out, cold beer.
We are from a little bit of everywhere. We are based out of Max Meadows right now. We started out in Roller Treat, Virginia, and we have a couple of members from all over. We've got Sean, who's up in Roanoke. I'm in Max Meadows. Josh is out in the Speedwell area. Endicott is in Roller Treat. Jacob's out in West Virginia, and then Kristen is out in North Carolina. So we're a little bit from everywhere.
So how do you do practices? You like once a week? How do you guys get together with your
twice a week? We just set out 2 days and we're like, hey, be here at this time on this day, and then we run with it.
A little travel time, but definitely worth it because
Yeah,
are like coming out with great stuff.
well, the good thing about it too, though, is they're not super far. Everybody's within an hour, so
yeah,
not too bad.
It's still a drive. I'm saying to make it sound like, oh, it's nothing, but if I was an hour away from you guys, I'd probably be raising hell about it.
I know a lot of people who would absolutely refuse to do that. So
absolutely, yeah.
Dedication. I mean, you gotta put time and work into it.
Dude, when we were doing drummer tryouts, we'd have people, hit us up all the time. It's like, hey, where you guys out of? It's like, oh, we're in Whitfield. They're like, oh, that close to Bristol? I'm like, yeah, it's like 30, 40 minutes. Oh, no, that's too far. Okay. I mean, thanks for saving us the time because that wouldn't have worked out in the first place. If you can't dedicate 40 minutes to drive, I mean, it takes a lot of dedication to even get anywhere near.
I think there's a lot of right now. I think the social media and some of the things that are some of the most precious tools that if we were using properly would be tools are used in the wrong way. And now it's caused an inadvertent lazy bone in musicians, artists, promoters. Can't use the word promoter anymore because it's so loosely thrown around. Everybody promotes like, oh look, I use Cottonelle toilet paper. I promote it. I'm a promoter.
Yeah. Multifaceted.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, I'm a producer. What do you produce? Well, I got some beats from this free app. No, God, no. You know, and it's apparent when a band wants it and when apparent when a band expects it.
Yeah, you
You
can't
know?
go into it expecting anything, man.
Yeah.
You got to do it for the right reasons. You got to be having fun with it. If you come into this, expecting to, become rich and make a bunch of money, get super famous or some crap, man, just stop, because it's there's such a slim chance of anything like that ever happening. It's got to be what you want to do. It's got to be in your heart. You've got to want to put this music out. Even if I wasn't with the band, I'm still going to be writing this music. I'm still going to be, of course, I would be trying to write lyrics and singing, so it wouldn't go anywhere. I can tell you that right now. But I would still be, doing it because I love it. That's what I love to do, man. That's my hobby. That's my passion. I'm anything else, just stop.
Everything else is
I
just
hate to be that way, man, but I mean, I've seen so many already just in the local area that, they come into it and they're like, well, I should be successful by now. And if I'm not, it's somebody else's fault. And it's like, what are you talking about? Why do you even want that? Just do what you love, man. Just go out and have fun with it. If you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah. You create this for, it's an entertainment business to narrow it down, but I know there's so much more to it, but you're creating something for people to enjoy, so you have to enjoy doing it too. I mean,
exactly. I mean, it's give and take with the fans, absolutely. And and like I was saying earlier, if you're coming into it and you're expecting this to happen, you're expecting that to happen, you're setting your bar way too high. Just I don't even know how to explain it anymore without just getting absolutely irritated at some of it, man, because it breaks my heart. I've seen some really good bands that do this too, and then I've seen some other bands that are absolutely phenomenal, man, amazing bands, and they hardly ever promote or anything. It's almost like the exact opposite. Like, I mean, like you guys really could do more if you wanted to. Maybe they just don't want to, and if they don't, I mean, that's totally cool with me too, man. Everybody's got their own dreams and ambitions. I just want to have a group of friends to get together with on the weekends and play music. Whatever else happens.
I feel like once you break a certain line, like how we were talking earlier about true fans, true fandom, having true people behind you in your corner, I feel like that is a moment for those true people to step up and be like, look, like, are you like, it's up to them to know, like, are you not feeling it anymore? Like, are you like, what, and I think of the moment that you have that recollection of like, okay, this isn't any, then you need to maybe not quit, but step back and reevaluate, because that's when you're gonna cut your foot off or arm off, or you're gonna damage something, and the end game is to try to, if you're done, be done, but walk out on a high note. Don't walk out on a bottom level F you with your finger in the air out the door.
Absolutely.
But Make Blankenship's good band. We got a couple questions here. People are leaving for us. So let's go back to this one. What gave you that special feeling that the new members was going to be that it factor for the band?
Which one?
I think personally for me, there's tons of great musicians out there, but my number one thing is always how well they're going to fit with us personally, because we've got to spend a lot of time together. And you can teach anybody parts on a guitar. You can teach anybody to sing a certain way or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like the most important thing is that bond, because that's what's going to translate on stage and through the music that we're putting out. So that's number one for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, ability, talent, drive. I mean, if somebody shows up to an audition and they don't know who the hell we are, they don't know our music, they're, reading off of a sheet of paper. Yes. Come on. But, when you've got somebody that shows up, they're already a big fan, they know the music, that's kind of the it moment for me. It's like, okay, I mean, this person's cool. They like what we're doing. They're easy to get along with, let's go for it. It's all about personality and how much they actually, mesh. And if they're, a fan beforehand, I mean, it's going to work out perfect most of the time.
That drive in them. Yeah. So we're rounding down to the end of the show. We're getting close to it. So is there's something that you guys really want to tell the audience or people to know about? Something, that you want to share with us?
That we appreciate each and every one of you. That, like I said earlier, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be sitting here having this interview. We wouldn't be playing these shows. Hell, we wouldn't be doing anything. I mean, we would be, writing music, but that's it. We would be a garage band just having fun on the weekends, like I said. But, because of the support and because of the love that we've gotten from not only the local crowd, but, the broader range, I mean, it's allowed us to do things we never thought possible. And we owe it absolutely to the fans, to everybody watching this right now. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to come listen to the bullshit I got to say. We appreciate it. We
Absolutely.
really do.
I agree. And I definitely want to thank people like you guys as well, because, we can only go so far without media outlets, trying to help us get our name out there and wanting to interview us and talking to us about who we actually are as people and not only as musicians, because I think that also helps us build our fan base. People can't be fans if they don't really know who we are. So I just want to thank all the media, for helping us get to where we are, for sure.
Right
Yeah.
on. And then this ultimate question: where can they get your music?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course,
we're on. Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Josh.
Okay.
I was just going to say.
There's only the 3 tracks, okay, but that's going to be fixed really soon, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear the stuff that's going to be on this, because it's so far and above what we've done previously that, I mean, it's mind-blowing. Like, I listen to it on my way back and forth to work every day. That's how much I freaking love it. I've heard it a million times, but I'm still listening to it.
If you listen to your own music, that says something right
I
there.
do, man. Well, like I said, when I write for an audience of one. I write what I like to hear, man. So it works perfect for me. Just being able to create that content that it hits me. So, as far as the music goes, where you can get it, I mean, like Mindy said, you can pretty much get it everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, Deezer. I mean, pretty much everything. YouTube Music. Look us up on Facebook. If you go to dyingoathband.com, we've got a music page. It's got all 3 of our songs on there. Yeah, that's it. Everything.
And we'll be playing a video here shortly of yours. I've got Insomniac ready to play. It's geared up. So
The
before
very
we do
first
that,
music video.
I have this lightning round thing that we're going to try out, where I just ask a few questions and you're going to spit out these answers like, at the top, tip of the tongue kind of a thing. So Ben, you'd love to share the stage with?
I just envisioned Standout Serpents, the reptile company that sponsors the podcast. When you said that, I was envisioning a commercial for Standout Serpents. I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna keep going. Let's go. Sorry.
I would have to say Kitty all the way. I've always wanted to play with Kitty. That's like my top bucket list band, because that's one of the bands that got me started. So
Nice.
Kitty for me.
Josh?
That'd be epic.
I apologize. I didn't hear the question.
A band you'd love to share the stage with?
Oh my God. Just one?
Yes. Off the top of your head.
In
First
Flames.
thing.
In
Awesome.
Flames.
And
God, that would
an
be magical.
instrument that you'd love to learn to play?
Drums.
Nice.
Ooh, hurdy-gurdy, because it sounds so freaking cool if used right. People gonna be like, what?
Two
Yeah.
favorite albums of all time?
2?
Yep, 2.
For me, I'm gonna say Pat Benatar's Best Shots. That's probably one of my favorite albums in existence. Absolutely love that album. And that's hard. That's a hard question.
One
I'll just in the middle while you think about it.
all right.
Trivium's Ascendancy album. Oh my God. And All That Remains, Fall of Ideals.
Nice.
Masterpieces, dude. Not a bad song, either one of them.
I'd say for my other, I'd have to go with Linkin Park's first album that was just
Ooh,
beautiful,
Hybrid Theory.
perfectly made.
Yeah.
Yes, Hybrid Theory is the best.
Nice.
Meteor was fire too.
Some of this, yeah, when it speaks, when yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, hair in the back of your neck, hair on your arms, same kind of. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we got another question here that you can help sum up. End of Days, is that this band? So yes, that is the newest one you have out, correct?
Yes.
That is, and
Yeah.
it is a badass song, definitely. So End of Days. I wanted to get that one, but there wasn't a video to it, so that's why I chose Insomniac. But End of Days, they're both killer songs. I definitely recommend everybody jumping on over to YouTube right after you watch our show and checking them out immediately because you're gonna love them.
Yeah, there is a video for End of Days, just explicit content warning. You know,
Yeah.
there's some imagery in there.
Yeah. Couldn't do that one, but we got another killer one, so
We'll do an after 11 p.m. show for that stuff. We'll do it.
There you go. That's what's up. Raw Nation After Dark.
Red light RA. Yeah, something. Yeah.
all right.
yeah.
So, yeah, and be sure to check them out. Website dyingoathband.com. So yeah, thanks so much, guys, for being on the show, taking the time to share your story and your music with us. Thanks
Josh, I know you're not a short dude, so I know you gotta be a tall man. So wherever you squeezed into to do the show, like, thank you, bro.
Hey man, I wouldn't have missed this for the world. We made it work.
Great song. All right. Well, much appreciation. We're going to play your song and then we're going to come back and wrap up here on RA Nation. So don't go away. Stick around. Check out this music video. And if you guys will, could you please introduce it and tell us a little bit about it in the video before I play it?
There you go, Mindy.
This is Insomniac, and this is a story about a person basically speaking to their inner self about their demons and the good side of them kind of fighting against one another. And you'll see how that turns out.
Insomniac.
Was built on our dreams. We dig through this mud.
Hell yeah. Oh, it gets me pumped up.
Got my
Yeah.
heart beating.
So I gotta tell everybody, I get the privilege, since I'm running the show here, I get the privilege of seeing everybody in backstage here. And Josh was rocking out the entire time. It was so bad. I had my own show. It was great.
I didn't know you guys could see me. I was just over here just
Only
in it.
me.
Dude.
Only me, but you were jamming out. It was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
I gotta give mad credit to the drummer, man. His hair game for that music video, particularly that day, was on point. That like just the wind air was flowing around when he's just drumming, like great.
Just blowing in the wind, man.
Yeah. Awesome.
And Mandy, I definitely can feel your energy through the video. I know how
See what I mean?
videos are being. I know how they're made, but I could still feel that energy from you. So badass with that one. So
Thank you.
yeah, powerful for sure. Loved it.
Good track.
So thank you so much to the both of you. Tell the other band members, appreciate their time with their music and creations and the amazing work that they do with that. And
As soon as the album's done, as soon as it's done, I want to see you back here.
Yeah.
Got you.
Deal.
All the faces.
Let's do that.
All right. So
Oh yeah. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, MJ. I really appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you guys check them
Thank
out
you,
at
guys.
dyingoathband.com. And they have a link tree, so check out the link tree as well and get a hold of all of their stuff and follow, support.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having us, man. It's been a blast.
Yep, definitely.
All right, Roxy. I'll see you next week.
Yep. Thank you to Music Familia Productions, W4CY Radio, Top 4 TV,
I
Standout
always forget.
Serpents.
See, that's why I have you, because I always forget. Always. They'd be mad. Everybody would just be uber pissed because they're like, Antman didn't say my name this week. I'm sorry.
That's all good. That's why we flow together. So yeah, check us all out on everything. So
check us out on everything.
To sum it up.
Do it.
But yeah, Music Familia Productions. Go to their website there. RA Nation podcast group on Facebook, YouTube, Music Familia Productions. Like, share, subscribe. Standout Serpents, can't forget them. Thank you. W4CY and Talk 4 TV is all brought to you with an amazing RA Nation with Roxy and Antman. Come back next week. We got great stuff coming up. So peace out.
See ya.